In another promise to protect Americans from government tyranny, as your president, I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency. You know about that? I didn't know you know so much. I'm New Hampshire, very smart people. Very current. You know what they're doing. Such a currency would give a federal government, our federal government, the absolute control over your money. They could take your money, you wouldn't even know it was gone. This would be a dangerous threat to freedom, and I will stop it from coming to...
Yeah, but gold's limited in supply.
So is Bitcoin.
And it's been used... so you think so, huh?
I do.
I think there's a good chance that when Bitcoin, when we get to that 20 million Bitcoins...
They'll go to 42?
No, that Satoshi's going to come on there, laugh hysterically, go quiet, all Bitcoin's going to be erased.
I think, man...
How the hell do you know it's going to stop at 21?
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly... We're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank Cbdc has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that Cbdc, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented Cbdc, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction.
it was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So like I told you, I definitely see a big pullback in the first quarter. Then the master magician set up a distraction so the Fed can cut rates, and then we move up. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and crypto slightly pulling back. We have the NASDAQ up, and we know Davos is going on. AI is the big topic. So we definitely see the Magnificent Seven keep making new highs, even though we're seeing yield rates move up. And again, guys, it's all manipulation. But don't forget that we have Bitcoin and Ethereum options tomorrow. And make sure you watch the video I did last night, guys. That is an important video. And we had Jamie Dimon at it again yesterday, keeping his stance against Bitcoin. But remember, guys, follow the money. Don't worry about what they say. Follow the money. Now, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates moving up. We have the dollar slightly down. We have volume and crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Tether owns $2.8 billion worth of Bitcoin. And guys, we know that's definitely a hedge. And that's the reason why last night's video is very important for you to watch. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $590 billion. Guys, remember, it was $2.5 trillion at its highest. And we know the Fed is ready to bring the ship on down. Whether we crash or whether it's a safe landing, they're definitely going to bring us down in the fourth industrial revolution. And don't forget, Jerome is in the house on the 31st. And guys, we have Donald Trump finally speaks about CBDCs. And we know it's all scripted. And make sure you listen to what he's actually saying. He's saying government tyranny. The government would have total control over your money. And central banks are not a part of the government. The Fed always talks about its independence. Guys, that's the reason why you have to listen closely. And if you read the Constitution, we know CBDCs and stablecoins are illegal anyway. The only way they can become legal is by Congress writing them in. And we know the NWO are the master magicians. They write anything in. The power of the pen. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then, guys, we have the spot Bitcoin ETFs, Grayscale, BlackRock, Fidelity, all down again. Make sure you watch the video last night. We had Jim Cramer expose the ETFs. Now let's get into a little crypto news. We have Reddit to launch IPO in March. Also, we have AltLayer set to launch native token and plans airdrop for early supporters. Now we have Gemini gets nod to launch in France. And we see more and more crypto companies that start in the United States. Their foundation is either in the emerging markets or in Europe. But remember, guys, this is how it looks now. Don't forget, crypto is a global plan. That's the reason why no matter what country you go to, they all have a plan for the fourth industrial revolution. The reason why the United States is behind is because we're the last free country. Our infrastructure is not like the emerging markets. It was easier for them to pull us off over in the East. The same way when it came to America at the beginning. The NWO was getting their butts whipped in the East. That's the reason why they had to come to the West and create a whole new experiment called America. And with all the money printing and the greatest military, they were able to take over the globe. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, guys, we have Coinbase versus the SEC. We know the movies continue in crypto, arguing that the tokens that they listed are not securities. And remember, Coinbase is a publicly traded company, which it shouldn't matter anyway. But remember, guys, we're in a movie. And crypto is going to be set up to be blamed for the rest of these small and medium-sized banks to crumble, but we know it was all the Fed. Remember, the NWO are the master magicians, but only 1% of the 1% of these cryptos are going to survive. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. Plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Team goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.